ticker.
Everybody, welcome to Rewatchers Cancel. Adelia coming in with good ideas real late. Thanks for joining us. Snark here. Adelia, how are you?
I'm better. This week has been a little rough, been a little sick, but doing better now. Happy to be here. Happy to talk about this episode because it's the introduction of one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't wait to get to this point. Of course, we're going to see a lot more of her later on this season. They needed somebody. What they needed was because something's going to happen and people are going to leave, and they needed someone to be blunt. They needed a blunt person. They said, well, we already have someone here, don't we? So, yeah, it's going to be great. We're talking The Wish this week. I absolutely love this episode. Like I said, I think it's probably top 5 episodes for me all time. Now, its original air date, December 8th, 1998.
Mm-hmm.
So right around the anniversary.
We're everyone very close to the anniversary, yeah.
Everybody wants to know what the 26th anniversary is. I don't even know what it is. Wood or something like that. Written by Marty Noxon.
Sure, what is the first anniversary?
I just meant wood because of steaks. It's written by Marty Noxon. The last one she did was Beauty and the Beasts. I'll say this one was better.
Yes, I agree.
Directed by David Greenwald. It's the last episode he actually works on Buffy. He is going to move to that other show that he's going to co-create and co-run with the guy who created and ran this show. Off to Angel for him. Now, number 1 movie, A Bug's Life.
Okay.
This is the same year that also had Ants as a number 1 movie. I think you remember when they always did this thing, right? They had the 2 dueling volcano movies. They had the asteroid movies one year. This year
they did do this a lot. Yeah.
This year it's cartoon bugs, the worst. Now, the number 1 song, US of A, I'm Your Angel. Well, this is a duet between some people call her a Queen of Canada. Some people call her a monster. But Celine Dion. And she does this song with a legit monster. I'm not even going to mention his name. Now.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah. The number 1 song in the UK. And I'd never even heard that song before. And it is cheesy. But they sound cheesy. Well, listen, Adelia, are you surprised that Celine Dion sang a cheesy song and it went all the way to number 1? I don't think so. I think that's her. That's her. That's her rule. Number 1 song in the UK, Believe by Cher. Big surprise. Still not number 1 in US, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if it ever goes to number 1 in the US, to tell you the truth. And people
I don't know if it ever did either, but some people sure love that song.
Yeah. Now, the number 1 song in Canada, this person may have, at least for a while, usurped Celine as the Queen of Canada. Alanis Morissette, this is her comeback. This is from the album that came out after Jagged Little Pill. Thank You was the number 1 song.
I remember that song.
Thank You, Disillusionment. Cordelia. Okay. DVD synopsis time. After Cordelia tells her new friend Anya that she wishes Buffy had never come to Sunnydale, she suddenly finds herself in a reality where vampires control the town. And this is going to work out well for her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The one thing I always keep thinking is, why blame Buffy for all this? Anyways, whatever.
I mean, I kind of get it from that teenage girl, you're grasping at straws, you're looking for anything and everything to hate when you're mad at somebody thing. But like, I don't understand why Buffy was the source of all of Cordelia's problems.
Yeah. One thing I will say, what an incredible episode for Harmony Kendall. She's so good.
Yeah. Harmony was great this episode.
Let's get into the actual episode itself. It's the aftermath now of Lover's Walk. First thing though, we get to see Buffy fighting some squid head guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was like Admiral Akbar or something like that. Some weird looking Star Wars looking dude.
He definitely had a Star Wars look about him.
Yeah. Naturally, she's of course getting choked out.
Of course, because everybody does.
This is the classic Buffy move. So she keeps asking for an oomph, and Willow finally figures out, oh, she means a knife. That knife plunge was real quick. That guy died very fast.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, for a guy that doesn't go poof. You know what I mean? They even talk about that. No, this I guess some of them just don't poof or whatever. Makes for some shoveling work, I suppose, for them, Amelia. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we we get to see Buffy tell them that they haven't heard from Faith in a while. I guess they're trying to excuse why Faith hasn't shown up in a few episodes. We get to see her about Xander's been leaving a stalker-esque amount of messages for Cordelia.
Incredible amount of messages from Xander for Cordelia.
What did you say, 80 or something like that? Oh,
I think
boy.
60, and then he said corrected it to 70. That's just insane.
Yeah, this is what, a day or two afterwards, anyways. Yeah, he tries to swerve the blame onto Cordy and Oz for having the decency to come rescue them.
Yeah, not cool, Xander. Not cool. I saw a video essay on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but I saw a video essay pop up in my algorithm the other day, which is why Xander is the worst television character of all time. And I was just like, I don't quite agree with that, but he's not great a lot of this time.
The fun thing is, I had that exact same thing pop up in mine. I haven't watched it yet either. I'll have to bite it now. Now that you've mentioned it, I have to watch it. I have to see what they have to say. Anyways, Willow is, I guess this is on a Sunday because they're looking forward to the next day, Willow tells us, so she can
they're
see
like having
Oz.
a picnic. They're like having a picnic and get attacked by a demon. Like,
they do this a lot.
This is what happens
on
a Sunday in Sunnydale in bright sunlight. Like,
one thing about this scene or whatever, and them dumping all their problems on Buffy, she is taking it in stride. You know, she's like she's sympathizing with them and stuff. That's something that she never really got from them, mind you. But she also didn't share, did she?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she is not a huge share. Anyways, Xander asks how she dealt with Angel's breakup. She just tells them she had them to help, and also she ran away. If you remember, for a few months,
also run away. Yeah,
she ran away and changed her name. But anyway, that's still kind of adorable that she says, "Oh, I had you guys." Oh,
yeah.
Let's just not remember those first 3 episodes of the season. Now, we see Cordelia cutting up pictures of the gang and stuff like that. For some reason, there's a bunch of pictures of the 4 of them. She's cutting them off pieces at a time, eventually getting to Xander's, cutting off his head. And then I guess she has a bowl, or I don't know if it's an ashtray or something like that. Sets them all on fire. She is she's dealing. She's dealing in her own way. I guess
she's dealing like a teenage girl would.
Right. Did you have any ideas that photos were that flammable?
No, because I don't think they are. I mean, that was a pretty tall flame.
Yeah, the photographs are mixed with diesel gasoline in California, I suppose. Anyways, Buffy finds Willow lurking near Oz's locker. You know, she's also doing the whole stalker thing. There's a whole stalker vibe to the two of them. Anyways, no sign of them yet. Buffy asks about Cordelia. And again, we hadn't mentioned about Amy. Amy said that she saw Cordelia at the mall, but that she'll be showing up at some point that day. Amy says that she supposedly looks scary. Wish we would have had Amy just to see it. But
yeah,
Willow mentions that. Then we see the Queen roll up. Some, I don't know what this is, like blues rock. Some generic blues rock playing as she steps out in this maroon leather outfit. You know, she's about to, she looks like she has all the confidence in the world again. Until she actually gets to the school, and as soon as she gets in there, she starts looking at everybody like, is everyone looking at me and stuff like that. You can tell something's a little off with Cordelia. Mm-hmm. Then you see Harmony, her clique. They come up to her. They do the 2 kiss hello. I forget How,
Oh yeah.
that European. And then she introduces a new student named Anya. And her dad runs something or whatever there. Anya asks if Cordelia's bag is Prada. And so yeah. So automatically these two connect. I guess we should mention who Anya is. Emma Caulfield. I think the biggest
I
thing
was
she was known.
so excited to see
Yeah,
her.
the biggest thing she was known for at this point was she was Brandon's girlfriend for I think just a season, right? On 90210. She was Susan, I believe,
I think
on the
so,
show.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she's great. She's great. Anya's going to become, she's going to be the new Cordy. But yeah, different. They're different. They have the same
They are
taste in men, though,
different.
which is the same taste in men, which can be concerning. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Anyways, Harmony seems to be on Cordy's side and stuff like that. Cordelia's, really getting into it. She's like, okay, cool. Then Harmony's friend tells Cordy she should start dating again. And then Harmony says she has just the guy for her. Pan over to poor Jonathan. Just trying to drink his Slurpee.
I felt bad that they like picked on Cordy and picked on Jonathan like this. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, Jonathan. Anyways, Harmony says that maybe he won't cheat on you at least for a while.
Oh, that hurt, man.
A gut punch. And this is who she wants to hang out with? Come on, Cordelia. You should be better than this. Anyways, Willow finally finds Oz at his locker, and one of the best lines, especially the season coming up here pretty soon. She tries to apologize again and make it up to him, but he just wants to be left alone and figure things out. She tries to protest, and he tells her, look, I'm sorry this is hard for you, but I told you what I need, so I can't help thinking that the reason you want to talk is so you can feel better about yourself, and that's not my problem. What a guy. Well, I don't know if I'm frozen or she is, but I'm going to keep going on. Cordy sees Xander, then pretends to flirt with a guy named John Lee, played by... Oh my God, there she goes. He's played by Nathan Anderson. Nathan Anderson's been on all of Ferris's favorite shows, guys. CSI New York, NCIS, Mad Men. I don't know if Mad Men's one of his favorites. That's one of my favorites, so I added it. She asks if she has anything in her teeth. There's a whole, that's obviously the way people make out. And anyways, it works for Xander. Oh, she's back.
I'm back.
Yeah, just talking about her talking with John Lee here, doing the old big, do I have anything in my teeth thing? So Xander turns tail. He sulks away. So it works. All right, fine. Then John Lee says that if anyone saw him with Xander Harris's cast off, he'd be social death. But he is willing to go somewhere private. Which is,
of course.
Yeah, which is even a little more douchey. Cordy's stunned by this, of course. Then bumps into Anya again. Turns out Anya's been looking for Cordelia.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting mixed up when I say Cordelia and Adelia. Adelia. Anyways, she sees a friendship connection between them both. She's not a huge Harmony fan, we find out. And then Cord notices a pendant and asks if it's Gucci. Does Gucci make pendants?
I don't know. Hey, Shug.
Hey,
Thanks
Shug.
for joining us.
Anya tells her it's an old good luck charm from her dad. Anya wants Cordy to talk about Xander, though. Keeps pushing the Xander.
She definitely does.
Yeah. Cordelia says she's way past it. She pushes, then he starts pushing a little bit more, wondering if she wishes anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Cordy doesn't wish, she acts.
Yeah, sure, Cordy. You're handling this so well.
So, next thing, of course. It's been a while since we've been to the Bronx. We go to the Bronx. And Cordy's hanging out with these new people. Anya's there. Buffy, Xander, and Willow are all sitting together, only 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. It's a large space with 2 floors, for goodness sakes. Anyways, Xander pretends to start laughing.
Xander's
Uh,
fake laugh was awful. I'm sorry.
he's looking for support here, but Buffy feels that the feels weird to have an us versus Cordy thing, which is like for the first time ever that she feels like this.
Yeah, like it's the first time that they're like, she was our friend.
Yeah, she reminds them that she's had it rough. Willow concurs. She thinks they should start, like the two of them, Willow and Xander, have to pay for what they've done. Xander says he's done feeling guilty, though. And he wants to grab
Mhm.
hold of life and be in the moment. Everybody who goes to the bronze wants to be in the moment.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yep, the girl agree. That's it. It's all done. Guilt over. It lasts for 3 seconds. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Then Buffy goes for chocolate, like all responsible kids do at a bar that they're allowed to get hammered in, I guess. Willow and Xander discuss how things are different now. She wants to keep all of her stuff for Oz alone. All her parts are just parts for Oz now.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see
Uh,
how that goes.
yep, Buffy watches Cordelia leave and catches up with her. And that's how she's doing. Cordelia blows her off. Buffy tries to level with her, saying she's gone through this stuff and talking makes it better. And then, of course, we get a random vampire show up.
Of
Uh,
course.
Cordy decides to stand near a garbage corner.
Yeah,
Uh,
like what on earth was that? Like,
People just piling garbage up in the corner.
yeah, like there's a dumpster there. Is it like overflowing? Like, why is
Uh,
it not in the dumpster?
Anyways, Buffy knocks the vampire guy back, and of course, he does like
Right
7 or 8
Cordy.
steps back, and she
Yeah.
flies into this thing.
Flies.
He wasn't going back that fast.
Yeah.
Anyways, Corey's covered in garbage. The vamp gets dusted. Then, of course, Harmony and her mean girls show up, and they see her, start laughing. Corey
Yeah.
decides then and there all her troubles in life started when Buffy arrived.
Yeah. Which is just a weird thought to have.
Yeah. She tells this to Anya at school. Anya puts her pendant on her. Uh, she again tries to get Corey to wish something bad to happen on Xander. But Corey's thoughts turn once again to good old Buffy Summers.
Mhm.
And she wishes she never came to Sunnydale. Then Anya turns with a demonic face and says, "Done." I
Yeah.
keep forgetting that, Anya would have that deep, gravelly voice. I don't know if she ever used it when she. Well, anyways,
I
that's
mean,
far into the
could
future.
she use it anymore? I don't think so.
There's oh yeah, yep. She'll have chances to do that. Anyway, there's a flash of light. The school quad is now filthy. Kids are
Mhm.
rushing around. Cordelia is pretty proud of herself, though. You gotta admit, she is proud of herself, which is nice. She finds Harmony at all. They start complimenting her blue dress. They say it's daring, Adelia.
Yeah.
We get John Lee showing up, asking her out. John Lee, the 33-year-old teenager, once again. No,
Mhm.
we go to class. Teachers rushing everybody out at the end, telling that tomorrow is the monthly memorial, Adelia.
Yeah.
So no classes. Cordelia
That's
wants to know
gotta
what's
be
up.
rough, man.
Well, it's right now. Cordelia's like, oh, well, whatever. Who cares? He
Cordy
wants to
doesn't
know.
care right now, of
No,
course, but
they have no idea what's going on. They want to know where they're going tonight. And that gets shot down toot sweet because curfew starts in an hour. Again, Sunnydale, California gets dark by like 4:30 in the afternoon.
I mean, in
Ridiculous.
December,
Yeah,
maybe.
well, maybe you're right. She says she wants to go to the bronze, and that doesn't go well either. Harmony
Because
thinks she's,
it's definitely dark here by then. So
I guess so, but they're a lot further south than us. We're stuck
yeah,
up here in the Great White North, basically. Maybe
that's
not you.
true. I mean, I'm not, but
You're close enough. Anyways, she thinks Cordelia's going nuts. She's wearing a "come bite me" outfit. Cordelia.
mm-hmm.
Cordy just hopes that Xander and Willow are doing crappy. Harmony tells her they're dead. Ooh.
Ugh.
and just leaves or whatever. I don't think Cordelia was too upset by this. She was
I
like,
don't
yeah.
think she was either.
She was like, they had it coming. You know what I mean? So no Buffy and no Willow and Xander. This
No.
is this is perfect for her. Anyways, no one's around after school. She sees the caretaker. Now, this is one thing I don't understand. She's looking for a car, and the caretaker tells her that no students are allowed to take their cars there.
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense if you want them to get home safely.
You'd figure that everyone should be taking their cars there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, she tells her to hurry. It's almost sunset. She does the responsible thing and walk straight through downtown
Of
Sunnydale
course.
at night,
Yeah.
or early or mid afternoon or whatever it is in California that gets it so dark at that time. She bumps into Xander, a leather jacket wearing Xander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cordelia tells him that if they find Buffy, they'll save them and stuff like that. Xander hears the name and just wonders if she means the Slayer.
Yeah.
Says, you hear Willow now say bored now. This is something she will say again later on in this episode. And of course, famously, what season is that? Season 6. Anyways, Willow also looks a little different.
Mm-hmm.
She isn't seeing the softer side of Sears in this outfit. She said there's no screaming. She's sad that there's no screaming, I should say. And Xander reminds her that it's his turn for fun. Cordelia gets pissed about this, that these two get together even in Bizarro Land, which I thought was fun. Then Xander vamp faces. Oh, Cordy runs. Willow's delighted by this. But this chase lasts like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's a push down. He just pushes her to the ground, and she's knocked unconscious for a good while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't get that at all.
Like, if you would have seen her hit like head first, she just kind of falls over. It's like, oh, that's it for him. Luckily, a van pulls up. And Giles, Larry, some new girl pop out. Crucifixes face. It was nice. It was nice to see Larry involved. I'm going to say that.
Yes,
Oz is behind the wheel with a crossbow pointed at them. They grab a Cordelia and drive off. Bring her to the library. This is when the new girl wonders why she'd wear a vampire-attracting dress. This new girl, we find out, her name is Nancy. She's played by Mariah O'Brien. She was in a couple of things I'd never seen. I don't remember her in anyways. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. She was in Charmed. She was in Being John Malkovich. I guess she was more famous for a couple other things. I guess she was married to Giovanni Ribisi for a few years.
Okay.
But if you're an Alice in Chains fan, she was also the girl on the cover of the album Dirt.
Okay.
An album I've owned quite a few times. So I was pretty happy when I saw that. I was like, oh, I had to run over to my CDs. I was like, oh, there she is. Anyways, we cut to the Bronze. Bronze is a vampire dead now. But the music's better.
The music's much better.
I'd rather listen to industrial than the crybaby stuff they usually play. Anyways,
yeah, they go really emo for the music in the Bronze for some reason.
Go really emo. So Xander and Willow walk in. We see some caged humans. One's tied to a pool table. I don't know how that could be fun at all or whatever, but I'm not a vampire. I don't play vampire pool. Eventually, they go to an office and meet the Master. The Master is back.
I had forgotten the Master was in this episode, so that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, he's always great. He graciously offers a bite of someone to eat. No, that's a good host would.
Because that person kept looking at him as he tried.
He didn't like it. He doesn't like it.
Didn't like it. Did not like that.
Yeah, he's picky. He doesn't like people looking at him. Anyways, Willow takes him up on it. We get to see Willow's vamp face, and fills herself up. She mentions that Cordelia was talking about Buffy, Willow's not impressed with the name. I think she's talking about what the whole mission of the show was earlier on. The Master gets pissed that they didn't kill her just for mentioning the Slayer, especially at this time, Delia, because there's always a time. If it's not the harvest, it's the plant that's opening in just 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah, so they need to go kill Cordelia before she contacts Buffy, or else it's curtains for them. You know what I mean? He's done it before. We've seen him kill his lackeys, so they know what's up. Anyways, Cordelia wakes up, starts yelling at Giles to go get Buffy because she's going to change everything. It's not supposed to be like this. People were happy, mostly. You know what I mean? The clothes were better.
Things were better.
The clothes were better. Anyways, then wonders why her watcher would be there if she isn't. And Giles is confused by this because he's never told anyone he was a watcher before in this thing or whatever. Then he hears something. He goes to the cage, gets an outrageously large crucifix.
Yeah.
And then gets locked in. He gets locked into his own cage by Xander and Willow. Somehow Willow has the key for this. And it's one of those ridiculous keys. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Not only is Willow a vampire now, she's also a pickpocket. You know what I mean? She just won't learn her lesson. She's just up to no good all the time. Anyways, Xander's grabbed Cordelia. She says to Giles, "So you're a watcher, huh? Watch this." And the two of them kill Cordelia.
That's the lamest line.
Cordelia, her wish gets granted. She's dead within hours of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cordelia.
Cordelia.
Well, rest in peace, Cordelia. We'll never see or hear from her again. Anyways, Giles, they get rid of Cordelia and then just leave. Giles busts out just as Laws and Larry arrive. So the girl's name, again, Nancy, they're just told she's dead. So her entire thing was just one scene. But she gets a name out of it. So there you go. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Giles asked them to take Cordelia to the incinerator. So, they've done this before, I mean,
guess. That seems like a healthy way.
I think it's nice for the parents, to tell you the truth.
Way to deal with students dying in the school.
Sure. Yeah, the parents don't need to bury their children, Adelia.
No, they don't, apparently.
Yeah, they're just fine. It's like, well, we never see them anyway. Anyway, so before they leave, Giles notices Anya's pendant around her neck and takes it.
Cordelia's pendant.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. Well, no. Well, yes.
Anya's
pendant on Cordelia. Yeah, he takes it. He said, "Oh, this could be something. Maybe he's thinking about selling it or something like that. Who knows?" So, back at the Master's office, Xander gives him the good news. They got rid of the Slayer person. He's pleased by this, so he allows Willow to go play with the puppy.
At first, I thought this was going to be Buffy. And then I realized that would be too weird.
Yeah. They knew the name.
Yeah.
Focus now. Just going to shift back to Giles quickly. He's on the phone with Buffy's watcher in Cleveland. Adelia.
Yeah.
Poor Buffy.
Cleveland?
She's the mistake by the lake. He wants to see her in Sunnydale as soon as she can, but their watcher doesn't know where she is. I think, I think Buffy is a lot more like Faith in this reality.
Yeah,
so Giles tries to brag that Sunnydale is on a Hellmouth. The other guy doesn't really believe it, but what are you going to do? And he just tells him to give her the message.
And then he hangs up the phone without putting the handle back on the receiver.
It's a different reality. It's a different reality.
He just throws the phone down and it does not go on the...
Yeah, and in this reality, it's just called close enough.
Close enough.
It's like
That's
like
a good
horseshoes.
take. We're gonna use it anyways.
Yeah, close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and hanging up the phone. Now, Willow says that she's bored now again. She starts pacing in front of a prisoner in a cell. She's upset because she can't hunt in the daytime. But she's happy that she gets to play with the puppy, Adelia. She grabs him by the hair. We see, oh boy, it's Angel. They've trapped Angel. He tried to save. He tried to save them. Sorry, he tried to save all the people around there, but he got captured. So, well, he says that everyone who they saved will go quickly, but not Xander. He's going to get tortured again, which is too bad. Xander lights a match and throws it on him.
Oh, just that visual was awful.
No, fire works with vampires. He says to Willow that she wants to watch her hurt him. So it's always, Xander has a thing with Angel in every reality, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
We see Giles, Larry, and Oz in the library. Giles discovers that the pendant is the symbol of Anyanka, a patron saint of scorned women.
Yep.
Which is, I think that kind of gets retconned a little bit. Anyways, she grants wishes. He tells him that Cordy said that this world isn't supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be better. Larry just encapsulates it. Sorry, by asking, is the entire world sucks because some dead ditz made a wish? Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's a phrase for sure, but it's also somewhat true.
Yep. I think they did the episode in one line. Giles telling us, she said that the Slayer was supposed to be here already. Then goes home to research Anyanka. We get a shot of the Giles Mobile now. The Giles Mobile is still in this reality, which is nice. He notices vampires putting humans in a truck. So he decides he's going to spring into action, grabs his cute crucifix. This one a regular size crucifix, not the huge.
Yeah, not the huge one.
Massive wooden one. They start backing off. He tells the captives to start running. Then the truck door gets swung into his face, knocking him down. Not out, though. It's like I was about to grab the marker, but he's not knocked out. He's just knocked down. Then we see some vampires starting to get tossed around here, Delia. They flee. Hey, Brent. He looks up to see a scar-faced, no-nonsense Buffy the Vampire Slayer asking him, and then ask what she's doing there. Oh boy, she is not the same Southern California girl. Not the same Southern California girl. They get back to Giles' apartment. He finds out if he destroys Anyanka's power center, all the wishes she granted will be reversed and she'll become mortal. No, the become mortal thing, I think, is the thing that you have to remember about all this. He's pleased with himself, but Buffy's unfazed, wants to know what the power center is. You would imagine, the power center would have like a battery or something. Who knows? But he has no idea. Buffy just wants to kill her. She's smart. She tells him, we fight, we die. Wishing doesn't change that. It's just a hardcore Buffy. That he can't believe in a better world, but she has to live in this one. He tells her Cordelia must have known her, and that the master sent his most vicious disciples to kill them. Willow and Xander, the most vicious disciples. Oh my God.
That's somewhat unbelievable.
Well, Buffy's kind of intrigued by the name the Master. He tells her that he's the big bad, and he lives at the Bronze. She starts giving him crap for not taking him out. He informs her that people tried. He's like, what do you want from us?
Like, people have tried, Buffy.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
He says, well, now it's her turn. She tells him she's a solo act, though, and then asks firmly where the club is. You know what I mean? She gets there, lickety-split, because this is Sunnydale. And travel still, it takes mere moments. Like, she was in, he just had a call with someone in Cleveland, and all of a sudden she shows up. I guess travel in this reality just happens.
It's all high speed, I guess.
Yes. There's nobody around the Bronze. She gets to the basement. She gets to see a trembling, chained up Angel. She starts to leave, but he says Buffy Summers. And somehow he knows that's Buffy.
Yeah, how does he know?
Well, she asks how he knew who she was. He tells her he's been waiting for her. He just says that he's supposed to help her, which she laughs at, of course. He tells her the master rose and he was kept alive to be punished, and that she was his destiny. Oh my god! She asked, she asked if this is a get in my pants thing. I would say probably. It probably
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wants to know where the master is. He tells her the factory, and he can take her there. So she busts the cell door open, but her necklace spooks him. Her cross necklace spooks him, which let's say perturbs her. He tells
Yeah.
her that he's there to help her, and then shows her all the torture marks so that she'd believe him. And there was a lot of torture marks.
Yeah. If you can't believe that I want to help you, at least believe that I want to kill him.
Yeah,
Is I
he
think
wants.
what he said.
Yeah, he wants the master dead. If so, the master's holding court now. And one thing you can say about Buffy the Vampire Slayers, they spared no expense when it comes to creating sets, because this place looks like it costs about $40. Anyways,
Yeah.
you see a bunch of
The first thing I noticed on this is that Oz and Larry are there. Like, did they
yep,
get captured on their way home from the library?
yep,
Like,
and they're right up front too.
right up
Uh,
front.
yeah, and this wooden. I talk about the. I wrote some notes about the jail cell as well, or whatever. It's like made out of lattice. It's made out of like the stuff you do up fences with
Why?
one by
Why on
twos.
earth? Yeah, like why on earth, if you're vampires and you're building a thing, would you build something that they could break apart and use as stakes?
I exactly said that. Why wouldn't you just do like iron or chain link or something like that? That'd all
Yeah.
work. Anyways, we see a bunch of vampires gathering around here to listen to the master. Then we get to see those caged humans. Yeah, it does have a large mechanism, though, this place. That reminds me of the Acid Queen from Tommy. Have you ever seen the Acid Queen from Tommy?
I have
Have you ever
not.
seen Tommy? This is
No.
what it looks like, all right?
Yeah, it looks like that.
It looks like
I
that.
agree.
Yeah, Tina Turner's the Acid Queen in Tommy, by the way. Just the same. Anyways,
Okay.
the master wants to usher in a vampiric industrial revolution here. Adelia. Mass
Yeah,
production.
mass production.
I don't see. Yeah, so you can only do one at a time, and you've seen Adelia and Xander drain Cordelia faster than this machine works. So yeah, I don't
Delia
get
and
it.
Xander?
So sorry, yeah, Cordelia. I told you I'd get them mixed up.
I think you meant
Anyways,
Willow
oh
to
sorry,
begin
Willow.
with.
Oh my gosh,
You said Adelia and Xander.
Willow and Xander kill Cordelia. There it is.
Yes, there it is.
I got it eventually. The most Xander part of Vampire Xander right now when he starts cheering up at the thought of living in a golden age.
That was very funny.
Now, Giles still in his apartment attempting to summon Anyanka. He succeeds. He does it very easily. She
Yeah.
warns him that what happens when men summon her. We go back to the factory. Harmony's friend selected as the machine's first victim. Nobody's too upset with that, I don't think. She gets. They shock her first. They give her a
They
shock
do.
stick first.
Yeah.
I guess this makes her numb. Anyways,
Like
she's low.
like taser. Like
Yeah, like
make
a
her
big shock stick,
docile.
like something they use like a cattle prod. It's a cattle prod.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they put her on this pan. The pan's on some rollers. The master gleefully tells everyone that she's still alive for the freshness, which is nice.
It's just gross.
Yeah. As she gets moved into position, this is when the needles come and starts siphoning out her blood. Someone starts pouring a
Pouring
glass, a wine
wine
glass,
glass for the
some nice,
master.
freshly squeezed human. But behind them, the Slayer has arrived with Willow's puppy in tow. Adelia, not Cordelia. You know what I mean?
No.
They make their way through the crowd somehow. It's the master toast to the future.
Let's just walk through.
Yeah, right through. Buffy fires a crossbow bolt at him, but he uses Xander as an undead shield, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the heart, though. You
No.
know what I mean? The vamps start scattering. Those that stick around are getting punched by Buffy. Angels goes to free the humans first. Oz busts a piece of that 1x2 or whatever from the cage to use as a stake. Actually, the sting he grabbed was more like a 1.1x4 than you see in close-ups. These 1x2s. I don't know. I don't know who built this thing, but
I
they
don't know
weren't.
either.
They weren't good carpenters. I'm going to tell you that.
No.
Anyways, Willow and Xander now join the fight. But first, we're going to go back to Giles's and then Yanka. He asks what Cordy wished for. And Yanka says she wished for a brave new world, which sounds more poetic than what she did. We go back to the factory. Buffy's kicking some ass. Back to Giles. He tells Anya to change it back and that he's not afraid of her since all her power is in the wishing, which is what happens after that, Adelia. Of course, he gets grabbed by the throat. Pushed up against the wall.
Chokehold. We should really have had a chokehold counter on this show.
It would have broke. It would have broken by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffy and Willow start fighting now. Then she needs Xander a bunch of times, which is fun. Angel's fighting near the cage. Runs up to help Buffy. Punches Xander, but Xander for some reason has a stake with him.
Why does Xander have a stake?
I don't know. But
why?
Yeah, once again, Angel's final words is Buffy. This time when he turns into dust, though. Yeah. This time when he turns to dust, we get to see a skeleton. We start seeing skeletons now, which is cool.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It is cool.
We go back to Giles's, and Yanko tells him that this is the real world now. Isn't this wonderful? Blah, 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 blah. We see Buffy fighting. She's talking, and everything's going to start slowing down here very soon. She rushes, or Xander starts rushing towards her, and she blocks his punch and dusts him, just kind of turns, walks away very stoic, no emotion in her at all. Yep. Larry grabs Willow. Oz decides, well, he runs in here. He grabs her as well. They start bringing her back towards the jail. And then that's when I said that one broken piece of lattice. And I guess vampires are just that brittle. With that little 1x2 that was busted.
I don't understand how that was supposed to pierce Willow's heart.
Anyway, well, you know what? Like we've seen,
I don't think it was high enough.
We've seen people get hit here and they've turned to dust before in the first season.
I feel like that was like
first season Anatomy.
I feel that was like lower back range. Like I don't think it was anywhere near her heart.
Yeah. Oh, but. R.I.P. Doppel Willow. Gone too soon. Yeah. Well, we'll probably see her again at some point. When I say probably, I'll say a couple episodes from now. Buffy and the Master start making their way towards each other now. Giles notices that Anyanka's pendant is glowing. So she has two pendants. Like he has the same pendant. Anyways, whatever. He grabs it. She lets him go. And he punches her. Then we get to see the Master and Buffy fighting now. Giles is looking for something on his desk to smash it with. I'm not sure what he grabs. At first, I thought it was a book, but it might be a paperweight or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyanka asked how he knows how he would know if this world is any or if the other world is any better. He just simply says because it has to be. But the Master at this point has gained advantage over Buffy. Just as Giles' arm is swinging down, he busts Buffy's neck. She drops, but he explodes the pendant, all the same thing. Flash of light again, and poof, we're back into regular world. I'll say this. No matter what, the Master's going to kill Buffy. I think you can say in every reality, the Master kills Buffy. That is destiny.
That's the destiny, yeah.
Yes. Now, Cordy is, we go back to Cordy wishing Buffy had never come to Sunnydale. But nothing, Anya turns again, says done, nothing happens. Then wishes Buffy was never born. And then a whole bunch of other wishes that Anya can do nothing about. I think one was turning Willow into, Willow was filled with monkey hair or something like that, which is also kind of fun. Anyways. The episode ends with just the three friends sitting together, laughing on a bench. It's the only thing about this episode that I didn't get was just to see the three of them. Oh, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
I wish it would have just been more of
It
Cordelia
should have just
wishing.
followed Cordelia walking away wishing. It shouldn't have ended on
It-
Buffy and them, but I guess they wanted to show that they were alive again.
I guess so. They're back to having. Look how much fun they're having at school. It's all the guilt is gone. Anyways, next
great
time.
episode.
Yes,
Great episode.
Fantastic. Next time, getting into the holiday spirit here on the Let's Get Ready Network. So Buffy, they're going to get into the holiday spirit. I think this worked out pretty well, the timing of this. But I don't know how much of the holiday spirit Angel's in. Maybe Angel's more like a bah humbug kind of guy when it comes to
Maybe.
Christmas time. Amends is the next episode, and we'll talk about that next time on Rewatchers Council. Adelia, thanks so much for joining me on the show. What are you doing here on the Let's Get Ready Network these days?
You can usually find me on Starting 11 with Snark over on the Highlights channel. That's our English Premier League recap show. Missed this week's because I was sick, but I'll be back next week for our double episode because we've got 2 match weeks to cover. It's going to be a lot. I'm already overwhelmed.
I thought of a way to do it. So anyways, I'll talk to you about that after. That won't drive me bananas.
That's Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, live over on the Highlights channel and our Twitch channel. There's links to both those channels in the description of this episode. Please go subscribe and join us. Also, back here, usually on the Rewatchers Council, Thursdays, 3 p.m. Pacific. Always having a good time with Snark watching Buffy because this is my favorite part of Buffy because this is the part that I know and love. So, this is my favorite season 3. So
yeah, fantastic.
It's fantastic. So 3 p.m. Pacific Thursdays here on the entertainment channel. There's links to this channel in the description of this episode as well. Please subscribe. We're only like 14 away from 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe so we could get there by the end of the year.
How much does it cost to subscribe?
It costs nothing to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
What a bargain. Okay. Let's see. As for me, Rewatchers Council here with you Thursdays. Of course, you said starting 11 over on the Highlights on Tuesdays. LGRN after Snark weekends. Try to do a couple of months. Won't be on it this week because I'll be in good old United States of America. You know what I mean? Living it up in the metro Grand Forks area. So we'll be back in a couple weeks. I think I'll watch that new Star Wars show. I don't know.
Skeleton Crew? Yeah.
Is it? We'll see if it's for me.
I've watched the first episode. I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay.
I think Justin and Brandy and Matt did a post credits on it, the first 2 episodes on the entertainment channel. So you can check that out. I think they all have been enjoying it so far. So
great. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching / listening. I guess we're also doing audio stuff as well for this. Until next time, guys. And in the theme of the holidays. Bye-bye.